Lily actually hit on so many wonderful points. I told her she had a fabulous presentation, and I need those slides. What I'm going to talk about a little bit today is the 21st century workforce. We've talked about some of the trends already, but I'm going to talk about more. Why is this important? Because as leaders, you have to have a global mindset. You have to know what's going on and how that impacts the workforce. It's not just an HR's job. Oh, they're over there doing workforce planning. As leaders, you have to know, well, what is it I need to know about the talent? How are things changing? How will that impact me? And this also helps you understand your customers. You have to put your personality in everything. Do not be afraid to be yourself. I had to learn that. So if you're silly like I am, just sprinkle it all through the day. So the thing that's really exciting about the global trends are these 4 key things. You've heard so much about it. 4 generations in the workplace. We're in it now. So it's not, oh, the millennials, they're coming. They're here, right? So the millennials are here, Gen X is here, baby boomers are here, and we're all driving each other crazy. No, we're all working together and trying to understand the different nuances. What's so exciting about these trends as you look at them, I'll talk a little bit about a few of them, is women actually fit into all of these. So it's not like women over here. Women and men as well are in all of these, but what's exciting is women will be at the forefront of a lot of these trends. So in terms of the millennial women are really moving us forward in terms of the workforce. When you think about women across the globe, women are an emerging market. Did you know that? Next to China, right? And India, women is a large emerging market. When it comes to buying power, the fastest growing wealth accumulators are women. So we are bad. We are super bad. They better watch out for us. So we have all this money. If you work for a financial services firm, what would you say about that now? If you saw a trend that said, oh, women are the fastest growing wealth accumulating market, well, let me go over here and continue to service the clients I normally have. It doesn't make sense, right, as Lily talked about earlier. So these are things that, from a diversity perspective, we try to inform our business that they should think about. The last 2, very important in aging population, and a lot of these trends, again, are global. People are, especially if you think about Gen X and boomers, are in a situation where you're sandwiched. You're sandwiched where you have your parents and you have your children. So it's a phenomenon that's happening, and people are living longer. So that's changes in healthcare, changes in community needs and housing needs. So there are a lot of different things to think about. And last but not least, we talked about was a changing multicultural United States. Who do you think is going to be the leading group in the United States in 2050? I know that's a long time, but listen, we'll look up, it'll be here. Does anyone know the answer to that? By 2050, who's the leading group? Multicultural women. That's Latinas, African Americans, mixed race, because everyone's going to be / in a minute. Like, we're going to be, J-Lo was like multifaceted and like, triple threat and all that. We're going to be like 50 threat. We're going to have like everything. So yes, by 2050, women will lead, and they will be mostly multicultural women. So that's going to really change the dynamic of a lot of things. So we should think about that. I'm going to end on this last slide, but I really want to highlight a couple of things impacting the U.S. And we talked about this earlier. Technology. The virtual office never closed. Remember when you could just go home and that was it? And then you come back the next day and you talk about, oh, Grey's Anatomy was great last night. Now you're like on your BlackBerry, I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. Yes, I'll send you that email. It never ends, so we're constantly working. There's also a rise of what was called a contingent workforce, but really these are contractors. And At one point, people were kind of forced into contracting. Either they couldn't find jobs because of the economy, but now, do you know people are choosing to say, I actually don't want to go work for that company. I know I don't want to be there. I don't care about your 401k and all these other perks. I love the flexibility of working for myself anytime I want to. So there is a growing number of people who actually have more skill sets than the people in your company. So this is a changing dynamic. It's no longer, oh, well, let's just go hire someone full-time to have that role. It's let's go hire this contractor to help us out because we don't actually have the talent on our team to help us get this project done. Last but not least, leveraging an entire talent pool. We have to look at talent across the globe. It's no longer just talent comes from the Northeast or talent comes from the Midwest. It's all over the world, and there's increased global competition for talent. Did you know that some of our firms are facing a talent shortage? Do you know when the term talent shortage, or what was it called? No, that wasn't the term. Something, McKinsey came up with it. The war for talent. Right. Brain drain and war for talent. Do you know when that started? 1997, guess what? We're still in it. We're still in the war. We're tired. So we need some new thoughts. We need your perspectives, and this is what makes diversity so important. So one of the things we have to really think about is the companies that will do well and attract the best talent will be those companies that can offer various types of employment. So when you look at these happy people here, we have someone who's on the beach. He's working so hard. Look at the water just like coming up on the rocks there. We have someone maybe he's reflecting. He's working still, but he's reflecting in front of the window, woman at the coffee shop, and someone else in another alternative work setting. This is what work looks like. So what does that mean for us? For companies, that means we face 3 major challenges that I'll talk about now. We probably face much more. But those challenges are being skilled, but not stuck in the new economy. There are going to be people, and we've talked, who was that earlier talked about she had like 15 jobs or something. She changed several different times from MediaCom. Basically what's going to happen is people are going to have something Lisa Shallot talked about earlier, adaptability, because whatever you trained for in school, probably in 5 years, I guarantee for some of you, you won't be doing that. I started off as a microbiologist. Put me in a lab right now, I would kill people. It would not be a good thing. But when I did it, I was top. Like, I knew my microbes, I knew what I was doing, but if I did that now, I don't remember half the stuff, and everything is technology's there now. So you have to constantly be upskilling. Next is family and flexibility. People want to be with their families. People do not want to spend all their time in the office. They want flexibility, and guess what? It's not just the millennials. There is this myth out there that the millennials are the only people who want flexibility and who are looking for meaning. People are looking for meaning and purpose in their work. And so that's what we need to be thinking about as we're trying to attract people. And lastly, diversity is everything. Diversity is in everything. As Lily said earlier, it's not just this department down the hall where these people are like kumbaya and they have globes in their offices. This is real. Diversity is all around you. We could all look the same, but we wouldn't think the same. But what we're really trying to do is strive for globalization in our companies. As we become global organizations, at MetLife, as we strive to be world-class, it's really important that we are able to attract a diverse talent that can thrive and actually perform in our corporations. So I'm going to end here. If you have any other questions, we can talk later. Thank you.